Hello, my name's Marty Windle and welcome to the SBL Guru podcast. What we're going to do is another episode in our podcast series, Strategy in Real Life. We're taking an element of the ACCA Strategic Business Leader syllabus and we apply it in real life companies or real life organizations. So today we're going to talk about marketing, but a special aspect of marketing. We're going to talk about the service marketing mix. So I'm sure you're all familiar with the 4 Ps, the product, the price, the place, promotion. But this is the service marketing mix, which is the 3 extra Ps. So we've got 4 Ps plus 3 extra Ps just for service-based organizations. These Ps are people, process, and physical evidence. Now, we're going to apply it to a well-known company, and in this case, it's going to be a hotel, and the name of the hotel is the Four Seasons Hotel. Now, you may have not heard of the Four Seasons. Some of you will have, but you may have seen it if you've ever watched the TV show The White Lotus. They're all filmed in Four Seasons hotels. So let's start off with the first P from the service marketing mix, and that is people. Now, in service-based organizations, it's all about the face-to-face interaction between the client and a person. The people are the product in these companies. The skills, behavior, attitude, communication, and emotional intelligence influence service quality and brand perception. So when guests arrive at a Four Seasons property, the first interaction isn't with a building, it's with a person. The company builds its brand around the principle of golden rule service. Treat others as you wish to be treated. Now, they are very careful about who they hire at the Four Seasons Hotel. They have selective hiring based on attitude. They feel that the attitude is the most important thing rather than technical skill. We can always teach the technical skill, but it's very difficult if somebody's got a bad attitude to fix it. Continuous training is part of the culture at the Four Seasons Hotel, especially not just your day-to-day hotel-based training, but they also have training in emotional intelligence-based service. The employees are encouraged to build a genuine relationship with the guests, and they are empowered to spend money to improve the guest experience at the hotel. Let me share you a real-life story about the Four Seasons in Paris. The staff noticed that a young guest loved drawing. The next day, the hotel surprised her with a personalized art supplies and a sketchbook with her name embossed on the cover. The story didn't end there. The hotel arranged for her to meet a local illustrator who designed the seasonal menus. They spent the afternoon sketching with her in the hotel's courtyard cafe. When the family checked out, the hotel framed one of her drawings and presented it to her as a goodbye gift. No policy required it. It was all about empowerment and autonomy in action, turning what is a standard stay into a lifetime memory. Let me give you another example from the Four Seasons in Maui, where the White Lotus was filmed. A guest casually mentioned that they were suffering from knee surgery and struggled to climb stairs. The next day, a soft elevation step was placed by the bed. The housekeeper rearranged furniture for a smoother movement, and a small basket of herbal cooling packs appeared with a handwritten note from the spa team. The guest didn't request any of this. It happened because information was shared across departments, demonstrating the power of people working in alignment rather than working in silos. The second P in the service marketing mix is process. Now, processes are the systems and methods you have in place with the goal of delivering service consistently, no matter the customer, no matter the location, or no matter the moment. Effective processes guide behavior and prevent service delivery failures. And process is the difference between accidental success and repeatable excellence. Let's look at how those processes and systems apply at the Four Seasons Hotel. So behind the effortless experience lies carefully engineered systems. Guests can check in by mobile app, request services through chat, even schedule amenities before arrival. Yet, the digital process never replaces the human touch at the Four Seasons Hotel. It supports the human touch. The company processes and systems have guest preference tracking. What type of bed do they like? What type of pillow do they like? And they look at the dietary needs of each individual customer. They have effective service recovery procedures to resolve any issues consistently, and daily briefings about who's arriving, special events, or special requests. At the Four Seasons in Tokyo, a returning business traveler always ordered the same breakfast every time he stayed at the Four Seasons: green tea, miso soup, and sliced mango. When he arrived for a last-minute stay, the kitchen realized they were out of ripe mangoes. Instead of apologizing, the night manager contacted his supplier, who opened early at 5 a.m. By the time the guest sat down, his usual meal was served without him ever knowing there had been a problem. It wasn't heroics, it was process-driven service recovery supported by empowerment, shared knowledge, and organizational discipline. Let me give you another example of effective processes. Parents staying at the Four Seasons in Orlando with a toddler requested a crib. Through its internal system, housekeeping saw the family had stayed at a different Four Seasons earlier that year when the child loved a particular stuffed giraffe. When the family entered the room, the crib was already prepared. The same giraffe was sitting inside it with a welcome card addressed to the child by name. The moment felt spontaneous, but it came from data-driven, repeatable process design, sharing information between departments. What about our third P, physical evidence? Because we look at a service function, we've got to look at the physical factors. How does it look? How does it feel? How does it smell? So this includes the environment, the layout, the decor, the uniforms, even subtle sensory cues. The physical evidence reassures customers that they're in the right place and that service matches the brand promise. And at Four Seasons, they believe the physical environment shapes the entire hotel experience. So Four Seasons properties are not identical, yet they share the consistent signals of luxury. They have understated, elegant lobby design, fresh flowers crafted by in-house teams, high thread count linens and signature amenities, and calm lighting, neutral color palettes, and soft background music. At the Georges V in Paris, physical evidence is unforgettable. The moment the guest steps to the entrance, they're greeted by a towering floral arrangements that cost over $1 million a year, designed by the hotel's artistic director. They aren't just decorations, they are brand signaling. They're saying our hotel's about freshness, craftsmanship, and attention to seasonal detail. They tell the guests, you are going to be somewhere extraordinary. At the Four Seasons in Bora Bora, physical evidence blends with nature. Overwater villas have glass-floored panels. Local materials like teak and volcanic stone are used, and they have outdoor showers facing the lagoon. Even the signature Four Seasons scent, the smell of the hotel used in rooms and corridors, remains consistent worldwide. Subtle, calm, and instantly recognizable. These hotels smell amazing. So these physical cues reduce uncertainty, confirm that the guest is in a trusted premium environment. So if you're asked about marketing mix in hotels, make sure you mention the 3 extra P's: people, process, and physical evidence. Just to summarize, people, they create that emotional value by building a relationship with the client. Processes make excellence repeatable, and physical evidence turns the invisible into something guests can see and feel. Well, thanks for listening to the podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me massively to increase the visibility. If you are taking the SBL exam and you want extra support from me, please get in touch. I'll post a link in the description of this podcast.